can't wait for inspiration. You have to go after it with a club. Life is not always a matter of holding good cards, but sometimes playing a poor hand well. To be able to forget means sanity. Intelligent men are cruel. Stupid men are monstrously cruel. The more you drink, the more you want. Hate of some people binds them together as love could never bind. It is far easier to see brave men die than to hear a coward beg for life. You should rather be a superb meteor, every atom of yours in magnificent glow, than a sleepy and permanent planet. Fear urges some people to go back, but growth drives them on. Law is one thing, and right is another thing. Ask any lawyer. Some people are not half living or quarter living. They were simply so many bags of bones in which sparks of life fluttered faintly. A bone to the dog is not charity. Charity is the bone shared with the dog when you are just as hungry as the dog. You should rather be ashes than dust. The proper function of man is to live, not to exist. You should not waste your days in trying to prolong them. You should use your time. The most beautiful stories always start with wreckage. Limited minds can recognize limitations only in others. It's better to stand by someone's side than by yourself. Some people are not immoral, but merely unmoral. After all, only one life is given to a person. Why not live it properly? And at the instant you knew, you ceased to know. Affluence means influence. You may be beaten, but you are not broken. The trouble with some people is that they have no imagination. A woman is a failed man. A person should not see himself in his true form. Then life becomes unbearable. No man can be intellectually insulted. Insult, in its very nature, is emotional. If cash comes with fame, come fame. If cash comes without fame, come cash. Got to take a gamble. The only way to find out is to find out. If a person is jealous, it means they loved. The human soul is a lonely thing. It is not in what you succeed in doing that you get your joy, but in the doing of it. Man always gets less than he demands from life, and so little do they demand that the less than little they get cannot save them. Only life makes you suffer. It doesn't hurt to die. To die is to sleep. Death is the end. Peace. Why, then, do we all not want to die? Many overworked intellectuals and unskilled laborers, succumbing to delusion, take the path along which alcohol leads them to death. When a man and a woman wish to unite their hearts, heads may roll and even kingdoms fall, but they will not give up. Nature is a spendthrift. Look at the fish and their millions of eggs. For that matter, look at you and me. In our loins are the possibilities of millions of lives. Man rarely places a proper valuation upon his womankind, at least not until deprived of them. Beauty will remain in the universe when a person dies, but not vice versa. Beauty does not depend on an insignificant person wallowing in mud. Beauty is the only master to serve. A good joke will sell faster than a good poem, and measured by sweat and blood in comparison with a poem, will bring the best reward. The fortunate man is the one who cannot take more than a couple of drinks without becoming intoxicated. Avoid friends who drink because they may drink to make you more interesting to them. You make yourself weak when you say you don't know how to do it. The purpose of life is prey. The essence of life is prey. Life feeds on life. All living things in the world are divided into those who eat and those who are eaten. And this law said, eat, or they will eat you yourself. Life is so short, you should sing one song rather than interpret 1,000. Show me a man with a tattoo, and I'll show you a man with an interesting past. For life achieves its summit when it does to the utmost that which it was equipped to do. Only reality never lies. To man, alone among the animals, has been given the awful privilege of reason. Man, with his brain, can penetrate the intoxicating show of things and look upon the universe brazenly, with indifference toward him and his dreams. Growth is life, and life is forever destined to make for light. Life that did not yearn toward life was in fair way toward ceasing. Alcoholism is a product of barbarism. It has been holding humanity in a stranglehold since the time of hoary and wild antiquity, and collects a monstrous tribute from it, devouring youth, undermining strength, suppressing energy, destroying the best color of the human race. Life is always happy when it is expressing itself. Get a notebook, travel with it, eat with it, throw into it every thought that inadvertently appears in your head. Cheap paper is still stronger than the gray matter of the brain, and pencil notes store thoughts better than memory. As one grows weaker, one is less susceptible to suffering. There is less hurt because there is less to hurt. To invent mortal sin, a man was needed, with his imagination and his power over matter. Merely because you have got something to say that may be of interest to others does not free you from making all due effort to express that something in the best possible medium and form. There is a greater strength than wealth, and it is greater because it cannot be taken away. Our strength, the strength of the proletariat, is in our muscles, in our hands to cast ballots, in our fingers to pull triggers.